Hi, Stream. You ready to roll? I am.
Let's go.
I'm already rolling. Oh, my dropped on the floor.
He's been there since last week.
Trying again. That's a 10. That's average. He's failed me. Probably succeeded you guys there.
Where's your tea, Lucky?
In the cupboard in the bottom corner. Sorry, I'm making tea.
Important.
I'm ready. Let me reprint my dice. I have to make sure they're ready.
The murder.
Hi.
Am I swapping the screen?
I don't fucking know.
Well, don't you have things to say?
Drink bleach.
No, there's another one. There's another
Evade your
That's
taxes.
the one.
That's an important
That's
one.
the one.
But I'm not a
Never
legal
forget it.
professional and you should not take your advice
Never
from me.
forget.
That's the disclaimer, but you should definitely do it. The government can't tell you to do shit.
Hey guys, welcome back to Chronicle. Where last we left off, Lockie ran his first session
I did.
back of this campaign.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
We're playing D&D again, like every Friday. Because
There
we
is
love
no
it.
safety.
Lockie is, yeah.
I'm a little bit feral tonight.
A little.
I don't know why. I think
Deeps.
everyone's back. James will be back in a second. James is currently making tea.
Hi.
It's a good stage.
Jesus.
What are the things we
Jesus.
normally have to speak about? To follow us on Twitch if you're not already. Subscribe to our YouTube. Dig a shallow grave and bury your enemies in it.
That's more like it.
Make sure the toes are pointing out. Always the toes. Makes it easy to find. You would hate for your snacks to go unburied.
You're gonna make Holly just like rage for real life.
I feel like I could make a fool.
Just take all of our professional careers if anyone ever finds this.
I'm already tagged, bro. I would just bury everyone else.
Yeah, like you've ruined yourself out of Prime Minister now.
I wasn't planning on going there. Do you know how feral a nation this would become? Skip guns and go straight to atomic weapons.
I want to go home.
That's great.
You just keep
But you're
waiting.
stuck here for the next few hours.
I know.
The chain
We'll
ensures
stop
that.
eventually, right? If we keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys didn't know how good you had it for months on end.
Safety has disappeared.
There's nothing left.
You guys had the good shit when it was Holly. Now we have
Yeah.
whatever this is.
We have D&D at home.
D&D at home.
D&D at home.
I'm only kidding, Lucky. I love your campaign.
We all do.
And all the characters that are in it.
I do
Those are
actually
the ones
have...
that will hurt my feelings.
Mark is
I'm
not
not done
stopping.
with them yet.
Mark is...
I know, I still have to meet a few.
Tea!
Excuse me. Mark, there's no tea in that cup.
Well, I can imagine it's tea.
Jesus.
Surprise round!
Tea! Mark!
Surprise round.
Mark, you get action. What are you doing? Get up!
Daddy, I love you. I love you, Daddy.
Alrighty.
Surprise tea.
Surprise
I'm not sure what that tea
I've done my
is.
little rambling for like 3 minutes now. I feel like I can do a podcast out of my ramblings.
Oh, yeah, whether you get any listeners or not, though.
Honestly though,
Yo! That is
You know I didn't mean that.
Die
That's
this
brutal.
session, bro!
Yeah, for real.
You know I didn't mean it. I love you.
I'm not done with
I
the
love
first
you,
character
Daddy.
yet.
Through the roar.
Connor can die when I say he can.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, we're not allowed to die until Lockie tells
Yeah,
us.
that was a thing that
This is
happened
the weakest
today.
cup.
Yeah. And now it's a round of
I have to take my multivitamins because I'm not allowed to die according to Loki.
God gives his toughest battle to his strongest soldier.
Taking multivitamin
I'm
every
not
day.
CR30.
I've taken one in like 3 weeks.
I got that one there. Jimmy, 1 a week from now on.
Is it tea?
Yeah, I think so.
One
Did you put in that?
multivitamin a week.
We don't know what it is.
What colored box did you
I
grab?
can't tell. I'm not disclosing this information. I don't want to spoil it.
What the fuck? Well, I'm ready
Is it
to...
an unmarked tin?
Ah.
Who wants some tea? Yeah.
Me, please.
I
Wait, this was a
Jade.
I
No,
do.
it's
Now I
cool.
don't know if I do. But I will take some.
Lucky, what was in the unmarked red tin?
Jade Manham.
Oh,
sure.
okay. I was gonna say
Oh,
it
see,
smells a
that's
little bit
great.
chocolatey.
Yeah.
I would love a glass of tea.
Just like corn tea?
Corn tea, isn't that a thing?
Corn.
I love corn. It's got the juice.
Oh yeah.
Corn is it? Yeah, isn't that what
Sorry,
they?
did you want
There's
to
some
live?
Asian restaurants.
Cornish tea?
My favorite tea comes from Cornwall!
Joke to play. I got a spill blowing on.
Freshly cooked. Cornish
Fresh
tea.
from
Maybe
Cornwall!
I know.
Oh, yeah,
What's that,
they
Jack?
should
It sounds.
Yeah,
it looks
it's
like
trending.
I'm
There's
Cornwallish!
one cup left.
Cornwallish.
I'll bake another. It's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sure these leaves still have a bit more in them. Sorry, feel free to get started without me. I will.
Yes.
Charles,
Done with last session. Enlighten us. What happened last session?
Oh god.
Here to help. The Festival of the Eclipse is one of the few celebrations celebrated throughout the world, viewed as a time for all to celebrate family, both chosen and by blood. Framed under a solar eclipse, it is viewed upon by reverence by both the churches of Hickories and Haluba. Within the crossroads, the festival involves a procession from both temples, meeting in front of the Presidium, within the administration district. The two groups meet as the moon blocks the sun's light, representing the two celestial siblings meeting in the sky. Following this, the rest of the day is spent in revelry, with families celebrating together, enjoying food and drink. Upon the precipice of this most hallowed of days, we find our party. After a meeting with Anaya Ulafel in a shady warehouse went awry, the party met a potential new ally, Sage. Although introductions were fraught with challenges due to less than desirable circumstances the party was faced with, they eventually overcome some of their differences and began to plan their next move.
Nice.
Sunfall.
So what? So is it like what? Roughly midnight, 1 o'clock, or something like that?
Yeah, it'll be like
Morning?
12:30ish.
Okay.
That wasn't a very long meeting.
No, you guys kind of got
No,
shunted into a cage.
I said one word and she put me in a cage.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Naya.
I love her. It's my sister.
I don't like
Bitch.
cages.
No, I'm sexy.
Don't
Don't
go.
go let just
Bitch is slow. Can't get on my speed.
ITGIR. You know I am that
Yes,
girl.
and
Don't kiss and tell.
I'm still by the door, completely attached to being angry.
Grr.
Grr.
So your sister just upped and vanished. You guys were in there for like what, 2 minutes? How did I miss all that?
she had a dragon.
Wait, what? There was a dragon?
It was really small.
Oh, okay. Is that like a pet, a family pet, or is that
I
new?
don't know.
Okay.
I didn't have time to ask fully because she put me in the cage.
Oh, I.
I'm done now.
Are you okay, Lynn?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You don't seem alright.
It was just a bit of a shock to me is all.
I feel like we've all done inside checks.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no, it was just a little bit of a shock. More importantly, we have the festival tomorrow, so we have to go save those people there.
So we're not gonna try and find your sister.
We could, if you wanted to.
I feel like she owes us a few more answers, doesn't she?
Yes, Sage, was it?
Yes.
You you said that you saw her come out of a manor.
Mm-hmm. I will check where that was.
Did we establish that Sage is like the no connection
Also
I
against the
think we
person
did.
that trapped us in the cage.
Yes.
We've established that there's no.
I think.
No.
Well, I think
No.
all we were told is that there was a kidnapping of somebody that Sage knew.
And my sister
We're
had
hunting down.
involvement in
Yeah.
it.
So
Oh,
we know
yeah,
that
right.
Sage
Yeah.
does
Well, not
also
involvement,
not
but like
like.
But we
involvement
haven't-
with
Okay,
the
right.
person.
Okay, cool. 'Cause if
That's all we've established, we think.
Okay.
Like, nobody's really done inside checks, I don't think. I don't know. Don't question it.
yeah.
Don't question it. Don't think about it. Don't look at it. Don't
What
think about
is
it.
happening?
What are you? Do you
I'm using a straw to drink my.
Oh.
Apparently, that's good for coffee because it doesn't stain your teeth.
Coffee for
Your
you.
teeth. I mean, yeah.
I just had it because I tried some bubble tea.
Shut up, he's pressing buttons.
Oh shit! It's a bomb.
Lucky, did you say that Sage knew where Anaya was?
Sage followed Anaya from a mansion in the metalworking
There
district.
you go.
How far is the metalworking district from here?
Wasn't that where the portal was? Where was actually? Where
An
was
hour
the
of it?
portal?
An hour.
In the slums to the east.
The portal was in the
I don't-
eastern side of the city. Do we have a map of the city?
Not a good one. I have a map of the city. Yeah. It looks like this if you could decipher it.
What the fuck?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of letters that have
Oh, yeah, of course,
coordinations
yeah.
in
Oh.
my notes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a
Sorry,
diagram
did
of
you
an
say
animal
a banner in the
cell.
textile district?
Just
Metalworking.
That's
Metalworking.
the head. That's
Okay.
the
I see.
big eyes.
Hi, can I have my map back? I need it. It's useful for me mainly. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, well,
So we should go to the metalworking district then.
at 12:30 in the morning. I'm just worried about you all sleeping.
It's 12:30 in the morning. Yeah, because the meeting was at midnight.
True.
But did I sleep up until midnight?
No,
Most
we
of us
like
had a long rest.
yeah
You
we
had a long
once.
rest yesterday, and then
Recently.
you had a day, and then you didn't do much of the day, and then you
Like a
went
short
and
rest.
you're now there.
I don't think we need to.
Yeah, well,
What's the time?
Like 12:30.
I mean, I can't
Yeah,
wait
it's
to
12:30
see
a.m. Yeah.
The
Why am I
festival's
just
tomorrow.
so cracked? Why can I not
The
access
solar
my
eclipse would be like what, like
Russian?
10 or 11ish.
video Thursday?
What is the normal time for a solar?
Oh, the other
You said
requirements
that
are
the
the
festival
sun is in
started
the
at
sky
10 in the
and the
morning.
moon is
10
also
in the
sky.
morning.
Is when you said that the
It
festival started.
starts at 10 in the morning.
Lynn, this festival, it's a solar eclipse, right?
You
Yes.
don't have
So
enough
that
time.
means it's gonna happen somewhat early in the morning.
God.
Have we
No,
just Shams does not know that sort of
Have we decided where we're gonna be during the festival?
I
Where the action is really gonna happen, right?
Do
Okay,
we know
something
where
goes
then?
down.
And where would the action be?
Isn't it it's between the two temples, like on the pathway where like the sun temple and the moon temple meet up, because it's like, right, that's what you said, Lynn, right?
No, I think we established that we need to have more protection for the princes because they would be paraded through the streets, no? So that would probably be where we want to be, no?
But won't they be walking or with the people celebrating, or are they just gonna be too highfalutin and like stay away?
With the people celebrating, if it's a procession, why would they be just walking through a crowd? That is a recipe for disaster. I would like
I've
to
never been. I've
think-
never been to a festival before. I don't know how these things.
I would like to think there is
Work.
more competence than if you are trying to get your greatest asset, your leaders, to this, let's say, this city, assassinated. That is probably a pretty good way of doing it if you just shove them through a crowd. But I would like to think they are more competent than that.
Well,
James.
well, from my experiences, high valued targets, if they catch wind that they may be threatened, would they even come?
I think so. I don't think we have been indicated to that they are not coming.
Well, if we want to go see this mansion, we'd have to do it now, and we'd have to run because we don't. Time
Well,
is.
how long does it? Sorry, this is out of character. How long does it take us to get to the metalworking district?
Hour or so. You're out of the city. You got
And
one
then if
hour
we
to-
spend time investigating, looking around, if we get into like a fray, it could be like 2 in the morning. Then we need to get back to the tavern, sleep, then get
And
there.
you guys will need 8 hours.
Yeah, it's gonna be gonna be challenging.
Because then we'd also have to get to the festival before 10 at least.
Yeah.
Because 10 is when it starts.
Exactly.
So if it's 12, you would want to be in the tavern by 1 so that you could have 8 hours to wake up at 9 and
If
get
we like ran though, could we could get there in like a lot
It's
quicker time.
12:30 right now.
Yeah, if we ran, because there's not going to be any like foot traffic, so theoretically like the run would be a lot smoother.
I don't think
I'm
we
not-
can do it now.
Too risky. I feel like
Yeah,
if we
because you guys need 8 hours of sleep.
and if we don't get because we'll get an exhaustion point like this again.
You guys would, yeah. If we get back at around 4, I'm fine, but you guys wouldn't be.
I think I was still technically spent 8 hours resting, but then
Yeah,
4
you
hours
have to
training.
do it.
Straight
Like,
meditating.
Yeah.
So like you could basically it's like you can spend 4 hours like trancing, but then you can spend 4 hours on watch. because it's non-intensive
I don't
activity.
need to sleep, but meditate semi-consciously for 4 hours a day.
How many of us actually need a full
After
rest?
resting this way, I gain
Most
the
of
same
you.
benefit.
I had a full sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, like we're all
Yeah,
fine
yeah,
mechanically wise, but if we stay up the whole night, we run the risk of getting exhaustion.
Yeah.
correct.
But
Can I
Shit.
look around the warehouse to see if there are any signs of anything left behind by somebody that might have occupied it before, even if it's like Anaya or somebody that Anaya might have been meeting with beforehand? Any signs of like a scuffle?
Roll an investigation check.
I want to investigate, please.
18. I think it's +5. Give me a second. Yeah, so 23 for me, please.
Damn.
Tell me everything you know.
Yeah, bro. No, yeah.
Spill the beans.
Silly DM.
I remember to write this stuff down as well. Kind of poking around, you kind of seem to find kind of leftover substances from what used to probably be made here. So you can see kind of like chunks of like powdered jewels maybe about, and just like fine remainders of like jewelry craft and stuff like that on the floor.
What was it? Remains of what?
Jewel, like the red like gold dust and stuff like that. Nothing of value,
Oh,
but like you kind of see like the sparkle and stuff on the ground and stuff like that.
of like old
Yep.
of jewelry.
In the
Of
house
like old
bit.
jewelry production.
Like warehouse.
Where?
Yeah.
And then house.
Oh, this is probably exactly how it sounds. Okay. Whatever. Shut up. Don't drink me.
Wait.
Yeah, good enough.
Ah, good enough.
I have not shared this with anyone, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll bracket it in
I'm
black.
too mad at you.
I'll bracket it in black.
Oh, you right. True. My colour scheme's the opposite of yours.
Oh, black you know and
Yeah,
blue you don't?
yeah.
Yeah, no, blue I know, black I don't know.
That's gonna be really confusing when
And
Ricky
the
goes
DM,
to
I
try and
know.
read.
Do I find anything else or no? Nothing else. Okay. Do any of them look like blood diamonds?
Ooh.
No.
Okay.
Well, if we're both after the same person, Sage is after Anaya, and so am I. I guess we could tolerate each other's presence to an extent, as long as we don't throw insults at people that we don't know anything about, and try not to swing swords at people that throw said insults.
It's all to take.
If we do that, we could maybe tolerate the presence of each other for now, and then sort things out later.
That sounds very wise. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think in that regard then, I think we'll just have to go back, get some rest and prepare for the bigger fiasco that is supposed to happen with Sunfall.
Oh. Yes,
Try
we
not
still
to
have,
die.
we have that tomorrow. I don't know what else we can do. That's all. So should we just rest?
I guess.
Is
Unless,
that-
yeah. Okay.
What I could do with a bit of rest.
Oh, Sharps. Sneaky boy.
Wake up.
I used my detect.
Wake
portal.
up.
I used my detect portal.
You've already used
So
it
I
today.
actually wanted, because I think it would be wise for me to use detect portal tomorrow.
Actually,
I think.
could I detect good and evil, please?
Sure.
Why should do that?
I'm innocent, I
I should
promise.
have. Yeah, I should have.
That's the
Shams is chaotic
That's
evil.
So
You
that
have proof.
celestial fiend. Dead.
I
Hang
couldn't
on,
pay
let
on
me
me,
find
but-
it. Where are you?
And
I'm
so sorry.
Oh fuck, it's in here somewhere.
Where would you
Divine
just-
sense, sorry, so detect good and evil, which will allow me to sense anything affected by the Hallow spell and know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet. That's not behind fellow cover.
You don't get any pings around you.
Thank you.
You get like an occasional ping of like a tiefling or something,
Sure.
but nothing major.
Sure.
Yeah, because tieflings have like fiendish blood because they're like half demon people.
Is that something that everyone is
Mm.
moderately okay with
Going back to the tavern or what you said before?
tolerating to some extent?
I don't like hurting people.
Aww.
Except when they're bad people. Then I like hurting.
Charms.
That is
I put my
so
armor on,
bad.
charms my charms. This is why we get along. But now, let's all get home, nice and safe, together, so we can all get a night's rest and hopefully.
All together?
Well,
I.
Sage, where are you staying? Because we've got rooms that away. Do you have your own place to stay?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you're more than welcome
Rocky's
to.
like,
You're more than welcome to come back with us.
There are other taverns, I
Hi.
guess.
To the tavern.
To the tavern.
Yes.
You don't want them in my house anymore.
Hey Zeph, do you want a piggyback? If I get
Too many
some
people in
turtle
my
back.
house.
Zeph laughs hysterically. He hops on your back. I'm ready.
Wait, I need to find my dice just in case Lucky makes my shell crumble under the weight of you.
I
That
weigh.
wouldn't be good.
I weigh like nothing, dude.
I weigh like a lot, dude. So we'll probably be fine.
Yeah. I weigh like apparently 80 pounds.
80 pounds?
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah.
What's that in?
What's that in the correct correct system? It's something. I'm very light. I'm very lean and light.
My equipment is 70 pounds.
70. Your
Be clear,
equipment.
one of them just set up chainmail armor.
Yeah, the armor will do it.
My equipment's
Where's Sage staying? Are you camping like outside the city? Are you staying in one of the taverns?
I will stay at one of the taverns.
But
It's not the same one.
okay.
obviously.
So be the travelers in then in the construction district, right by the administration district.
Oh, okay, so you have a place to stay. That's good.
Shall we all reconvene at the front of the travelers inn then, and then head off?
We're at the Wade Anchor, right? Not
With
Travelers.
the Wade Anchor.
The Wade Anchor is closer to the Temple of Haluva.
Yeah,
that
The
might be
Travelers Inn is closer to the Temple of Icarus.
So the Travelers Inn is the one that Sage is at?
So wouldn't it be a similar distance to get to where we need to go from either?
Well, I have to start. Like I'll have to go to the Temple of Haluva quickly to just
So do
be there.
do we need to have people at both temples? Potentially?
It's up to you guys.
I just.
Don't listen to him.
Well, I mean,
Splitting the party, bad idea.
if both temples send people out, wouldn't it be why conflict could strike either group traveling inwards to the center?
That's also true.
Or and if not, then wouldn't both groups end up meeting in the middle anyway?
Yeah, but Team Haluva all the way, dog.
I mean,
Roughly.
yes, but
Yeah, I know,
I'm
I know.
Speaking just from logical point of view.
Why don't we all meet? What's this? Is there like a building or like a notable location that's sort of like in the middle between the two temples?
Is that not where we?
That's where the
Yeah.
Presidium, where it finishes.
the Presidium?
The Presidium is roughly where it finishes.
So
Is Presidium?
It is the
No, in
it's
London.
like the Parliament.
I feel like
Oh,
whichever
okay.
group we aren't with is where the
I think we
interesting
go-
stuff is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Are the so the princes are going through the parade?
Well, that was my understanding.
Will
That
they?
Yeah.
they're walking through.
They will be
they're
as part of
They're part
the-
of the procession.
Yeah,
Okay.
there'll be ones in each group.
Oh, okay, so it would be split across.
Yeah, so I feel like if we just had like maybe 3 people with the other group and then everyone else with Haluva.
PRESIDIUM.
Is Ellen Brightsmith part of the?
Alan Brightsmith is a merchant prince. A merchant princess, but
Okay.
yeah.
PRESIDIUM.
Yeah,
What
Presidium.
should be? I don't know.
Pretty sure it's that. I think so.
I spelt it in a way that only I
No,
understand.
I think it is.
I respect that. That's most of my notes for Holly's
So
campaign.
what we're gonna do?
That says procession. It just says pro session.
Now only I can understand my notes.
Ha ha ha! I speak another language.
Presidium.
Mm-hmm.
The Presidium.
Presidium.
Cool. I like that.
I spent many time going through many different languages.
For real. Well, why don't?
What language is that from?
I don't remember, James. I wrote this like maybe a year ago.
Yeah. Well, why don't we all let's go back to our respective rooms and we'll meet at the Presidium before the festival starts, and then we can decide then and there if we want to. Half of us go to guard the Icarus Temple, and then the other half can go and help guard the Haluva Temple. If we think that's a smart move, I personally think we should all stick together.
Same.
Me too.
It's
I'm obviously going to be at the Temple of Haluva if we won't stick together. So.
Because that gives you like an awkward bump on the shoulder, like, well, I got your back. Haluva all the way, right? Cool moon going and all, right?
Right, well, if we're done with this, then I would like to see the back of some of you quicker rather than not. So, shall we?
Yes.
I'm going to stride out and head back to the White Anchor.
Start walking.
And walk.
Keeping, I don't know why I'm saying this, keeping an eye out in case there's some dodgy fucking assassins or like Anaya.
Deception check.
Yeah.
Use your eyes, Carter.
Nope.
I'd also like to
5.
ping Divine Sense again when we get like
Oh, 7.
out of like 60 feet of it.
You get pings of a couple of hits, a couple of
Shit.
Nothing. I don't know.
I would have gotten
No
a-
problem. Thank you very much.
Me personally, I would have gotten a 19 on that.
Yeah,
so-
well, I'm not cool like you are, right?
So where are people staying? So Sage is at the Travelers Inn.
Mhm.
You're going back to your apartment.
Yes.
Wait, anchor.
Wait anchor.
Wait
anchor.
Is
Wait anchor.
Are there preparations already like started? Are people getting ready on the street? Are they putting up?
You
Banners
notice
and
people like street cleaning and stuff like that. A lot of the banners have already been put up and
Sure.
stuff like that. They would have done it, 9-10 p.m. kind of stuff.
Are there any other preparations that look out of the ordinary?
Perception check.
Go Shams.
Oh, Shams isn't going to think anything of it.
You
Shams will be like, oh, they've got a bomb, isn't that neat?
Oh god, that's a lot of firearms.
Oh, that's a very big firework.
Do you need to long rest to eliminate fatigue?
Yes.
Or can you short rest?
Yes.
Short
Short
rest.
rest.
Try a 6.
Nice.
Well, that's a really pretty balloon.
Oh yeah, because I'm on Shams' back. What are you looking at, Shams?
Balloon.
Balloon.
Oh.
Can I reach it? Wait, or is it tied up as part of decoration?
Tied up as part of decoration.
Can I slide a hand one balloon off as we're passing to give it to Shams?
This is so wholesome.
sure, roll a slow hand check.
I throw his pop it. You're gonna make me drop you.
24.
You pop the balloon.
Yeah.
Grab the
No, I'm on time.
Just on the way past, you almost kind of like do the diversion. You kind of flick it up, and then like knock it off and snag it as it kind of dashes away.
And then with that, and then I'll be like, here, from above your shell. There you go.
Thanks, Zev. Does it getting a closer look at this balloon? Does it have anything like written on it, or is it just a what color is it?
It's weird. So like one side's like this kind of purple with a silver moon on it, and the other side's kind of an orange with a golden sun on it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Pretty.
That's all for me.
Half emo, half.
Himbo.
Emu.
Or just really uncomfortable to be around. Hi, I'm Ray Walker Peter.
That's right. Very welcome.
Hi, I'm
You
Lynn.
rest and we go festival.
We
Yeah,
rest
rest.
and
It's
festival.
party.
Rest
Rest
and
and
Festival.
Rest and fest.
The
Rest
Hey, fuck the
Rest.
mission. Bless you.
Bless you. Excusez-moi.
Oh.
Scusi. I need to have therapy from my wife.
I need to get the guide up again.
The wiki how.
Yeah, wiki out and how to be supportive. Alright,
Lynn will obviously try and enter the apartment as quiet as possible. Late at night, doesn't want to wake Melian up if Melian's awake.
Melian, as you open the door, you see Melian sitting at the counter with like a pot of tea and just having a tea.
Hi.
How do you look?
I've like wiped my eyes several times and like everything's just like am disheveled. In distress. Destroyed.
Give me a second, I need to stop look up.
It's a +3 to insight.
Oh yeah, perfect, thank you. 10's enough. Didn't roll good, those rogue.
10's enough.
Yeah, hi, do you need to talk about something?
So we went and saw Anaya, as I said I was going to.
Mm-hmm.
She might have put us in a cage.
What?
Yeah, so when I described the Operation Sunfall, she put us in a cage to get me to stay out of it, I think. I don't think she wanted to hurt me at all. She did say that she didn't want to hurt me, which was good. But then, you know, she might have also said that I left her by herself, and she had nobody after I left her. And then she had our dad, and now he's gone too. So now she's alone, and she doesn't want me to help because I left her. And you know, I was worrying about leaving her, and I wondered if she felt that way for so many years. And I was reassured that everything would be fine. and then she said it, and you know.
Melanie kind of closes the distance and kind of grabs your hands and just be like, you didn't leave them. They didn't care about you.
Well, she said that she didn't care about me, so obviously.
She put you in a cage.
Because she didn't want me to be hurt at the festival.
Wait, did she say that?
She said she didn't want to hurt me and she just wanted me out of the way.
Manipulation tactics.
Lynn is easily manipulated.
Despite having a very high wisdom.
If it's people she cares about, she doesn't incite them. We've been over this. I have not incited Melian once.
These are like inverse trust issues. You trust too much.
Yay. Is it?
It's like Lynn thinks her mum was fine.
Yeah. She.
Crazy.
Melanie kind of like hold her hands, kind of looks down for a second, then looks back up at you, and is like, "It'll be alright. She's a bit. I think she might be a bit unwell. But it's not your fault."
Unwell? Is she sick? I need to go find her then.
No, not that kind of sick. Like. Where the fuck's that guy? I don't know what I'm doing.
You're how lucky. I believe in you.
Do you have...
Are you reading?
This isn't helpful.
And how does that make you feel?
What?
Nothing.
What are you saying, Connor?
No,
what are you saying?
Absolutely nothing.
What are you saying?
No, nothing.
What are you saying?
No. Roleplay, damn it.
Yeah.
He's the one searching us to figure out.
I don't know how to do it.
I know how to be in therapy.
Kind of like grabbing your hands. She looks you kind of in the eyes and she says, "Look, it's been stressful. This must be upsetting. It's not your fault. They didn't treat you as they should have. It's not your fault for leaving."
But now it is my fault for leaving because now she doesn't even want me to help her, and I think I could help her a lot. What if she gets hurt? I could help her if she gets hurt. But if she doesn't have me there, she could die.
You can't be there to help everyone all the time. It's not your responsibility. They're adults. You don't need to always be there for them.
But if I'm not there, then who would be there for them? If they don't have anyone and they need someone to be there for them, then I need to be the person that is there for them. Because if they have nobody, they can't have nobody.
If they don't want your help, you can't help them. You can't force your help on people. You can't expect yourself to be there for everyone.
Don't look at me, I'm not here. I'm on Sean's back.
Whee!
Balloon.
Whoa.
Small things abuse small minds.
I have negative.
Yes.
Yeah, negative 8.
Finished.
Negative 8? No.
Negative
no,
one.
no, negative
And
1.
I'm just watching.
I
Hey, Van, get on the back!
I don't think I could fit.
Yes, you can. Chance is strong.
Please don't.
Tom said no.
Oh, James said no. That wasn't James' voice. Anyway, sorry.
Was that Sham's voice?
but I
That was
Yeah.
meant to be.
That was
Okay.
Sham's voice.
Sorry.
Lynn, you're one of the kindest people I know. You can't, but you're holding an unrealistic expectation of yourself. You can't be there for everyone, especially when they don't want it. One day they'll come back. But
and she did
you
for
can't.
the first time in 100 years.
And she put you in a cage.
Because she didn't want to hurt me.
That's not what normal people do.
Well, I don't know if she's changed. I haven't seen her. She had a dragon. A small one. I didn't even get to know its name because she put me in a cage and teleported.
That's what not normal people do.
Well, if she's trying to infiltrate a cult and save everything and wanted me out of the way, I think she just did the nicest thing to do. She could have hurt me if she wanted. Probably not, actually, but she could have.
We don't want to interrupt the conversation.
Yeah. Melanie kind of goes to the cupboard, pulls out like a second teacup, and just as you feel to sit down,
Okay.
and we'll pour you like a cup of tea.
Just
Just take a moment. Breathe. Very good. Take a moment. Breathe. You don't have to be there for her. She wasn't there for you when you were younger. Why is it the same expectation with you?
I just want her to like me.
Aww.
Not everyone in this world will like you. You can try as hard, and I don't see why they wouldn't like you. But not everyone will like you. Not everyone is a good person.
But they can change.
They can, but they have to change. You can't change them. You can just be ready for when they're ready for help. But until then, you just have to wait.
I don't have much time waiting since the festival's tomorrow and I have to fix everything tomorrow.
You don't have to fix everything tomorrow. You can help, but you can't fix an entire city's societal issues in a day.
No, probably not. You're right. But I could stop the end of the city tomorrow.
And I'll be there with you.
Okay. Okay.
But we need to take things one step at a time.
Okay.
Right now, I think that first step is a step to bed.
Okay. You're right. I'll go to bed. It'll be fine. We'll sort it out tomorrow. Today.
It will be alright.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Things will happen, and that's part of life.
Mhm.
And that's fine.
Sorry about that.
Jeez. One step at a time. The first step is going to bed, and then the second step tomorrow is meeting with everyone tomorrow, and then the third step is to not burden myself with stopping the entire destruction of the city and saving my family. It's to be there.
It's to be there to make it through the day.
Okay, I can do that.
We got this.
Okay.
He kind of gives you a hug and leads you off your bed.
She's crying. Crying the whole time.
Lucky, you did a good job.
Thank you. The WikiHow
Did
was
it.
great.
Thank you, WikiHow.
I'm proud of you, Lucky.
Thanks, WikiHow. Step 11, show the person love and affection.
Where are you
And
at?
step 12, perform a kind gesture for the person.
Tea.
Like tea. Don't
What-
forget to validate their
What-
feelings.
Wasn't one of the steps not to offer advice?
Well, another one is to also offer advice.
Oh, what the?
Contradiction.
You've got to help them find the solution.
You have to not offer advice,
But
and
also,
offer advice
they don't have to
simultaneously.
be. They don't have to be perfect human being, because it's a
Or
character.
perfect elf.
Or perfect half elf.
Or perfect half elf.
It could be a dead
You
one.
have to give perfect advice. You can. You're a 100-year-old elf. You have to know.
Drink bleach.
Ah, a million should have done that. So there's bleach in the cupboard. Here's your teacup.
Roll a con save with disadvantage. 2 nat 20s, you're immune to bleach.
Alright.
7 different types of poison.
Yes.
Let's
Just poison immunity.
so the lads in the bunks
Yeah.
before,
We bunking.
bunking.
We
You guys
bunking.
doing anything?
We're bunking all night.
We bunking.
Bunking.
I
We
would
bunking.
like-
That's all we doing.
I would like, just before we go and bunk, if I get a chance, before Flo goes to her room, I would like to just like I'll hop off Sham's back, but like doing like the aeroplane, like on Sham's back. Oh, Shams, I'm not gonna lie. This is some of the most fun I've had in ages. It's the simple things.
My legs hurt a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
That's alright.
You want another balloon?
No, thank you.
Insight check. Never mind, I failed. Okay, as long as you're sure. Hang on. Fly!
I imagine Flo's got like one hand about to punch through a doorway.
Yeah, pretty much. Just fuming, like steam coming out the ears still. Just very like stiff, like stilted walk.
Wait.
I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna be following Zeph as well,
Okay, good.
except not as quickly.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
be
like dawdling along.
yeah.
Yes,
You walk very, very fast.
I have long legs.
Very long legs. What are you, like 6'8"?
6'5".
Jesus. It's not real. Look, I didn't get a chance to say it earlier because, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared because I consider you a friend and I don't have very many of those, and I'm used to lying. I've had to do it most of my life to survive. I get that it's wrong. It's a very hard habit for me to break. I just wanted to say, and then he kind of struggles and mumbles. Sorry. I'm trying to say this because I mean it. It's just something I would say often. I'm sorry. I am really sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't want to break your trust again. I feel like it's important that we stand together as a group, because if shit does go down tomorrow, I want you to know that I have your back, and I hope that you have mine.
Do I ever hear this as I'm approaching?
Yeah.
I wander up with a balloon and I said, Zeph even got you a balloon.
I think I have a lot of pointy things on the. I appreciate the balloon, but I think it looks good with you.
Shams looks a little bit happy.
No, Shams, I appreciate you trying to help me. No more no lying. I got it for Shams because Shams really wanted a balloon. Shams, I appreciate you trying.
That lies on me.
I appreciate your apology, and it is accepted. I did not have an issue with you lying necessarily. It was more that I have an issue with the fact that those lies mean that I cannot do what I was supposed to do. I have not always had the ability to make my own decisions, and I am really only good for one thing, and that is to just cause mayhem, wreak havoc, and be the muscle of a group. That is what I was born to do, and that is what I have always done. And if I cannot protect you because you have lied about something that you've done, then that makes my purpose pretty much null and void.
Your purpose is more than what people just tell you. My purpose was to be a farmhand and do that for all my life, and well, that didn't obviously work out how it was supposed to.
I think it is a very different thing to be told that and to believe it.
Well, I believe that we can make our own choices in life, and that we are our own people, and that the destiny that we forge is our own. It can be slightly influenced from people you care about and people you love, but at the end of the day, you gotta follow what you want to follow. Don't let if people try to fucking, you know, tell you what you should be and what you have to be, don't fucking listen to them, because they're wrong.
Well, I have had
You're
a
more
whole
than
life.
muscle. You're more than just a menace or whatever you say you are. You're not. You are protective. You are kind. You are scary. And I mean that in a good way. It's good to be scary sometimes. Trust. But you can be more than that. I know you can be more than that if you just let yourself believe it.
I don't think I'm very good at making my own choices. What I want, I don't think is... I don't know. I just want to be left alone sometimes, and I think I am better by myself. I think that being in a group, it is... I don't think I'm very good at it. You know, I've had it my whole life. I trained and trained and trained with crews, with people on the back of ships. I'm not very good at being with other people because all I do is fuck it up. And all I do is cause everybody else pain, and that doesn't feel very good. And so after all of this, I think when we sort out Operation Sunfall and everything, and you know, Lynn is okay, and the rest of you are fine, I think I will be taking my leave.
As someone who spent a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time being alone, it's not a good feeling. Funnily enough, being with this group has been one of the greatest highlights I have in recent memory, which is weird to say because we're all so different and we all come from such different places, but I wouldn't want to trade this up, and I hope that you can maybe think on that. But again, it's your choice, and no one will stop you if you want to do that, but I hope you'd stay.
I think it's better to be alone than to cause pain to everyone around you. I don't see the point. I never wanted to make you second guess that I would have your back, because Zeph, I would give my life for you, and I would give my life for most of the rest of the group, but I don't want to be the person that you second guess doing that.
I trust you.
I trust you too, Sean.
Shams calls.
I pat Shams on the shell. Shams is the most trustworthy of us all. Aren't you, bud?
Huh?
Just give Flo a wink.
Do I notice this?
Oh, what's your passive perception?
That's a great question. It is 12.
Personal attack.
What's your 10 plus stealth?
My stealth, 10 plus stealth, it's a 17.
Yeah.
Passive stealth.
Okay. Shams is still happy then.
I give him a good rub on the back.
He's too focused on the balloon.
Well, I appreciate your apology, and I was never really... We are still friends. I mean, friends fight sometimes. I've had a few of them.
I haven't. I've had one.
Well, I'm glad to be your second.
I'm glad that you're my second friend too.
I think,
Shams, you're my third friend.
You're just my friend.
Ah!
I don't count my friends.
well,
That's just so backstory.
Yes.
I appreciate it, but I think, I mean, you have seen me attack many members of our group.
Yeah, it's kind of
times.
awesome. Wait, I shouldn't say that. No, that's not right. I think it's just don't think anyone. I think we're all just kind of fumbling, falling, twisting, and fucking it up until we can eventually stick the landing. You know, we all don't mean to cause each other harm. We're just trying to look out for each other in the ways that we know how.
Oh no, I meant to cause people harm when I did it. I don't ever do it without meaning it. I meant
it. Goes for a fist bump.
it. Fist bump.
Ramsey looks a little bit terrified at this.
I don't think that you should ever throw a punch or swing a sword without meaning to do it.
Shams is playing with his sword. And then stops all of a sudden at the mention of that.
I think these swords and these things that we are very capable in battle, and I think sometimes it is good to be mindful of how you use that weapon. But I think even though I meant it, it doesn't mean that I should have done it.
And well, I'm sure whether you meant to do it or you didn't, like you did, people forgive.
I don't know if that's right though. I don't think I should be forgiven for a lot of the things that I have done. And I would not like to see people forgive me for them either.
Well,
maybe you've got time to change. Maybe show them that you deserve forgiveness.
I don't think I do, Shams. I would much rather have this constant feeling of not deserving it than to be disappointed when I don't get it.
well, I think you deserve it.
Well, I mean...
I mean, in a good way, Shams. Just don't let self-doubt and anger or rage consume you. Been down there before, and it kind of makes you go a little mad, just a little.
I can personally promise I can try to get in between you and whoever's next and try to calm you down.
Well, I'm hoping that there will not be a next time, but I would appreciate it. I feel like I gave a lot of warnings that I was angry and that I was going to do something, so correct me if I'm wrong there, but next time I stopped when Lynn and you, Shams, got in the way. I stopped. I would never want to cause harm to somebody that I did not mean to cause harm.
I think we just got to give him a chance. I think,
I think I am.
Look, I would have done the exact same thing you did. It's just you beat me to the punch. So don't beat yourself up too harshly about it.
Oh, I think I will be absolutely doing that today.
Well, I think if we can get to know them, we get to know Sage a bit better. Maybe they could prove to be quite an ally. I don't know. I mean, that sword looked kind of fucking rad. And also, how often do you see satyrs in these parts? Like, it's like, what the fuck?
I don't know, and I don't actually care.
Oh, that's fair.
I think when somebody says the things to me that they have, I am not quick to forgive, and I will certainly never forget. So
Definitely don't forget.
I think to be called a puppet, Zeph, is inexcusable to me.
I kind of
And,
just look over his artifacts behind my shoulder. And it's like,
I have given Ven several chances.
To be fair, I think Ben was just trying to defuse the situation.
I think Ven is a fucking idiot.
No. 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 He's...
A stranger giving a stranger my name when I clearly did not want them to have it.
I think Van is just trying to appease both sides, as Ven knows how. I mean, they did grow up in a forest for like a while.
Okay. Is it rude? Is it acceptable then in the forest to betray somebody's trust and disregard the laws of consenting to giving your name to a stranger who has then called you a puppet, threatened your friends?
I don't have a lot of practice with this sort of thing, so I don't think I'm qualified to give that advice.
Sure.
But
Well,
I think I'll say no.
I would say no as well, and so I think you are doing a lot by excusing this behavior, and honestly, I appreciate it. But fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right?
Maybe we should all sleep on it. It's getting pretty, well, early. It's getting late.
Ha ha! Yeah, that's so true. Yeah,
We're
I'm
gonna
very
need
tired.
energy to deal with
With an eclipse.
whatever's gonna happen tomorrow.
Very well. I appreciate your apology, Zeph, and I want to apologize to you also. I know that I am not easy to deal with. I am very intense and I am incredibly angry all the time, and that is not a very good combination.
I
And
mean, I have a
know-
great outlet for that anger. A great one.
Well,
You
better
break
than-
a lot. You don't look. First advice is to break people, but I know that that's not preferred. But
I think I have already
breaking
done
shit. But breaking shit.
Well,
That's
I-
very cathartic.
Maybe the three of us we go and break some shit. Not right,
Right now?
but not
Oh,
right
I
now,
don't.
but maybe we go and break some shit.
After
I
the
think
after the festival, when we save the day, we're all gonna go.
the
We'll,
three of
we'll,
us will go somewhere and we'll break shit.
we'll break some shit. Let all our anger out and just throw some plates.
Smash.
Well, I've
Fucking
tried.
punch some vases, disassemble some boxes, and maybe a throat. No, not a throat. No, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, I'm learning. All right, I'm going to bed.
Very well. Zeph, I am sorry as well.
No need. I got my charms back.
Good night.
To the monk.
Okay. Good
Alright.
night, Flo.
Good night. Shams, for the record, I am very sorry as well.
You have nothing to be sorry about. At least not to me.
I have a lot of things to be sorry about, and I am sorry if I made you uncomfortable. With my actions, I know that you are not too fond of violence, and it seems like that is all I am at the moment.
I think we all make mistakes, and in your heart, I know you're a good person.
Wholesome
Thank you, I
charms.
appreciate that.
Wholesome charms.
Well, good night to both of you.
Good
Night.
night.
So Sage, you go back to the Traveller's Inn,
Mhm.
which is in kind of towards near the admin district in the center of the city. It's very much a kind of, very much a stereotypical kind of fantasy inn. It's got like a bar at the front, a lot of wooden furniture, and the rooms are very kind of stock standard, like cookie cutter kind of rooms. There's like a single bed, small shelf, small set of drawers, and a mirror, and that's about it.
Mhm.
Inside your room. Do you do anything else for that?
No, I'm just going to sleep.
Just go to bed? Cool. You kind of... How do you go through that doorway now?
I don't slam it off its hinges
Okay.
anymore. I think now Flo is at the stage where like she's always angry, like a little bit angry, but this is less like unbridled rage, and it's more simmering into like just self-hatred type of anger. So Flo would probably head into the room that she shares with Lucia and open up that window. Lucy's asleep, I'm assuming?
She's actually tucked into like a bottom bunk with like a little candle and like tucked into a book.
Hello.
Hello, sister. Hello. You're back late.
Yes, things did not go very well at all.
The fuck? What was that? What was that sound?
Lucky.
Oh.
I was reading. I'm looking for Lucia's insight of it. Just know how to deal with it. Probably not.
Read the wiki how.
No. I'm looking at charisma stats here. Malion's got a high charisma stat.
Yeah.
High
Yeah,
charisma
Lucy's
whiz.
a nerd.
Lucia's a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
It's like a normal person thing, but like not like yeah. Looks at you and is like, let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
I think it will be fine. Thank you anyway. I know. I don't think I would have any constructive thoughts right now. Um, I think all I would have is just a little bit of anger. Well, a lot of anger. I think I saw a god though.
What?
You know, never mind, it's okay.
What? What?
It's fine.
You think you saw a god?
Yeah, I was. I don't know what you would be more concerned about. I mean, I was very, very angry. I hated myself very much. And so I went to the docks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just thinking about stuff and how mad I was. And the god appeared in front of me, god of, you know, the sea.
You saw Yandros? The sea god?
Yeah, I tried to threaten him with a sword.
What?
Yeah, not my finest moment, but
I mean, according to law, he'd probably appreciate that. He couldn't go to pirates
Does
and
he?
stuff. I mean, he's a sea god. He's like a god of pirates and the sea and the adventures that come with it.
well, that is. I mean, it didn't seem. I thought I was going to be killed on the spot, but you know, no, surprisingly not. I, as you know, am very hot-headed, short fuse, and it has only gotten worse. And he said he recognized that in me as the storm, and that he was going to help me to try and, I suppose, tame the storm. I don't think I am worthy of a god's attention, though. I don't understand. Um, but he said he saw this storm in me that I guess he is going to try and help me to tame or to harness. I don't understand. I don't know what exactly I did to deserve that.
I mean, you've done plenty of great things in your life, but no, a god does not necessarily see. They can also see what might happen in the future. Arguably, you got quite lucky in terms of which god you threatened with a sword. Typically, it's Somner and Yandros are probably the most chill gods, I guess. If it was like Avion or something, he probably would have turned you into a book or something. To
Well,
me, Avion would be like really cool, but like Yandros is cool.
Well, at least if I was to be turned into a book, I would hope that people could learn something from it, even if it is just how not to be like me.
You've done many great things in your life. You have struggled against corruption and you have fought for the right things. In many is a very admirable quality, sister.
It doesn't feel very admirable.
Often many heroes struggle their entire life, but I mean, just look at history with the four heroes. I mean, most people seem to idolize them, but when you read a bit deeper, most people didn't care for them until they were long gone. Very rarely do our actions not get judged well until the light of history is shown upon them again. Many of the current times lack the foresight to appreciate many of your actions, but looking backwards, you don't know how future generations will look upon you. You cannot say now that you're a terrible person. You won't know until it's almost over, until you lived a good or a bad life. You're still very young. You have an entire life ahead of you.
I don't feel very young.
We've done a lot. Our stations expected a lot from us. But we are both still quite young. We've got an entire life ahead of us. There is plenty of time to do great deeds, and plenty of time to redeem any perceived wrongs that you may have committed, but I don't know which wrongs you would be talking about.
I think I have too many to list. Let's see. I have done a lot of very bad things, and I added another one tonight. I don't think that anyone should look back on this, no matter what I did in the past, and say that I am a good person, because I am not. don't know what. I don't know what to do at this point. I think that I feel like a terrible person, and maybe other people don't think that, but I feel it, and I know it myself. I know that I am a bad person, and I don't know what to do about it other than to help other people to not be as bad as I am.
If you're going around helping people, then you are not a bad person. Have you seen this city? Have you
What?
seen how the people sit in mansions whilst the poor suffer in their own sickness
Of course
and
I
waste?
have. Of course I have.
How
I
can you
got-
say you're a bad person when you've got people like that around?
Because for every person that I help, for everything that I do that is good, I do something equally as bad. Doesn't that just make me terrible? Shouldn't I be outweighing what I do?
No one can be perfect.
I'm not expecting to be perfect. I'm expecting to be decent. I'm not decent.
Maybe you're not decent.
I look at myself and I see someone that is terrible, someone that doesn't deserve to have nice things.
And
That
I
is what
look
I see.
at you and I see a good person who sets an excellent example that I wish that the
Think
middle
that I'm a
sister
good
was following.
I think that is another one of my greatest failings, that I didn't do enough to help her.
You can't help people if they don't want help.
But you shouldn't hurt them either.
Not every sibling relationship is perfect. It starts with a bit of with time I'm sure things will fix themselves. Isabel is not without salvation.
She might not be without salvation, but I certainly feel as if I am.
Once again, you're still young. You have plenty of time to save yourself, although I'm not quite sure what from.
Myself, perhaps. I think that I feel so angry all the time, and I hate myself so much sometimes that I feel as if I will be completely swallowed by it. Just like that ship was. Completely swallowed. By the sea, by the storm, by everything that I should have done better. And I think, as much as you think that I have the potential to redeem myself, to do much more with my life, I may be young, but that is still a lot of time to do things that are very, very bad.
And a lot of time to do things that are very, very good. Currently you're busy working on saving the city where most of the individuals probably don't deserve saving. That's not what bad people do. A bad person would have just left. You put more work into saving others than so many others in this world. And you do not have access to the resources that so many others have. If one of the merchant princes showed as much care to others as you do, this city would have been saved eons ago. If one of the Neanderans gave two shits about their slaves, the entire institution would have crumbled centuries ago.
I think that's what it needs. I've thought that for a long time. I think I get so angry because I think everything needs to be razed to the ground and rebuilt. That is what I think. That is what I think at this point. I think everything must crumble and everything must fall in order to do anything good. I don't see how a good person could think those things. Shouldn't a good person think that instead of raising everything to the ground, to creating bloodshed, mayhem, shouldn't a good person want to do it not as violently as I? Shouldn't good people want to do things passively? Shouldn't good people think that a system can be saved without completely destroying it first? You don't become somebody who creates a good system by doing it violently. You cannot revolutionize these things without being a bad person. You have to be bad in order to rebuild. And I am already without salvation. I'm already without any bit of good in me. Maybe I had some once, but I look at what we learned and I look at what I wanted out of life, and I look at all of those mistakes that I made. I should not have told our mother, I should not have made that deal, I should not have done any of it.
You are not a monster for trusting your parents. That's something that's a very normal and very reasonable thing to do. It's not your fault that our mother is a bad person. You can't help that. You can't help being a daughter that idolizes their parents. That's what every child does.
But I could have helped you and I could have helped Izzy, and I didn't.
But you
I
tried.
didn't, but I didn't do enough.
You can't be expected to do everything. You tried. And that's more than so many others. Just trying makes you a good person. The fact that you keep trying makes you an incredible one. You keep on getting back up and trying again.
But it never seems to work. It never seems to do anything. And at this point, all I think about is how I could have done it differently, how I could have done it better.
That is hindsight. You did what you thought best in the moment. And that's all that anyone can expect of you. You can't change the past. Not the best caster can change the past. No one has ever got that far. Not even the gods, as far as I know, have ever figured out how to fix the past. There's nothing that can be done about what you have done. All that can be expected is that you learn from it.
I think that is the point, though. I don't think I want to change the past. I think what I want to remember the past and what I did wrong, so that
You can change
I
the future?
No, not so that I can change the future, so that I know what I did. That's what I want. I want to remember the past so that I know what I did. And maybe I won't do exactly the same thing in the future, but I think I should know what I did. And I think that I should think about it.
Just remember, remembering and ruminating are different things.
You are one to talk with your books.
I'm remembering the past, I'm not ruminating. Learning, seeing how I can change. I'm trying to be more like you.
That is an awful thing to say.
Is it?
Yes, that
I
is.
have highlighted your good qualities multiple times in this conversation.
You are flattering me because you are my sister. Obviously, you and I will not see eye to eye on this. I think you are far too kind to me, and I don't think that I deserve it. I think for every good quality that you see in me, I see a far worse one. And I think that I'm not alone in thinking that either. I think Isabella, she feels the exact same way. She looks at me and she sees somebody who didn't measure up. I see the same. I look at what she sees, and I know that I should have done more. I allowed her to be in my shadow. I allowed her to be somebody that was not herself. It was okay for me to be molded into the way that I am, but I should have done more to stop her from the same thing. She lived in my shadow, just as I lived in our mother's, and it's not a good thing at all.
We are all cast under the shadow of our house. There is no escape from that. It's not your fault, and it's not Isabel's fault. Our house has a long and storied history. And we all live in the shadow of our ancestors long ago, whether or not that shadow is rightfully there or not. We can't escape it. It is our duty to try and make the world a better place, and that is what you're doing. It's what Isabel is not doing currently. She is more than happy to live in a corrupt system and keep pushing that same system. And that's not your fault. You can't be expected to be there for everyone. That's not your job. You have your own life to live.
I don't know how to do that.
And just keep trying. I'm sure you'll figure it out. That's all anyone can ever ask of you, is just that you keep trying.
Well, I keep hoping that eventually, one day, I don't think I will ever be free from this shadow that hangs over me now that I have done the things that I have done. But I keep hoping that maybe one day I will get one step above the damned fate that I have lost. One step up from the bottom of the ladder. The bottom rung is where I am now, and I hope maybe one day I can get to the one above.
Fluffy, you are the greatest of our house. I hope you know that. You are one of very few that seem to escape being jaded by our storied history and actually seen critically. You are arguably the most like Iondra that has been for generations. The stories that the Imperium tells are wrong. She was not some fighter for the Imperium. She was hated by it. She was not well loved, well received. It wasn't until much later was she well loved and well received. When she had died was she well received. And her story was changed. But she was more like you than anyone in our house has been for generations. You should not expect to live up to Mother's reputation, because Mother's reputation is quite frankly terrible. You are the greatest there has been in generations. I hope you know that.
Thank you. Like I said, it doesn't feel like it sometimes, but you know, when we were kids, I always wanted to be a great hero. I always wanted to be someone that people would look up to. Maybe they'd write a story about one day. And you know what? I think I thought about it wrong. I think it doesn't matter if other people think that of me. I don't care if the entire empire thinks that I'm a hero, or if the entire empire thinks that I'm some low-life scum. The only thing that matters to me now is that, well, if you think I'm a hero, then I am very glad to be your hero. I am done talking your hero.
We have a big day tomorrow.
Yes, this group. What do you think?
A group of outcasts, really. What I picked up at least. They've got a lot in common with you.
Oh yeah.
I think they seem like good people, at least at heart. They don't always seem to make the best decisions, but they seem like people that are trying.
Well, some of them I think. I do not think I will be trusting any of them. Well, some of them anytime soon.
Sometimes trust takes time. What's important is that you recognize that sometimes people may make mistakes. And that you should not always judge someone at their lowest, but also look at what they have done that is good.
I don't think I have seen enough
Take your
to
time,
know what is good.
analyze. You should not immediately trust the first group of strangers that you meet.
Well, seems like some of our group think that we should. We have apparently picked up another stray, so
Well, give it time. You never know. They might grow on you. Or they might not. And we'll tell.
right. When did you get so wise?
I've read a lot.
You were always better at it than I was.
This ancient tome called WikiHow.
The WikiHow article's closed now. I've now got the stat block open. And I'm just like, what is the right nerd response? This one's much easier for me.
Wiki
Well,
taught me how.
The great
You
wizard
were,
Wiki.
You were always you were always better at it than I was.
I had less pressure than you did, though.
Don't know about that. I think it takes a lot of pressure to be the brains of the household. I was always just a muscle.
I'm sure you picked up more than your fair share of brains along the way.
Well, I guess we'll have to see. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes I think I still revert to having no thoughts in my brain at all. Except just
I assure you, I have the exact same problems.
right. Well, thank you.
So, whenever you...
And for I'm sure you already know, but for the record, I think you are the greatest of our house, and I feel it is an honor that I do not live up to sometimes to be your sister. If anything were to be my greatest achievement in life, I think that it would be to know you.
I
Well,
would not trade you for anyone else.
Thank you.
She kind of puts a bookmark in her book and then folds and puts it down.
Yeah.
And she kind of raises herself for bed.
I'll do the same.
Nice.
Slay.
Any other RP moans people want to do before we head for break?
No.
No?
I
Everyone
sleep.
sleep?
With balloon.
Sleep.
Oh, everyone gets
Sleep
sleep.
time.
Sleep with balloon?
Does the balloon have helium in it?
It's
Magical helium.
It's a
What
magical.
Is
does
it a
the
levitating
science of
balloon?
this world look?
That's a
Yeah.
great question.
Oh.
This balloon is... I don't know, the atomic table doesn't exist. It
Come on.
floats.
It floats.
Yeah, like an artificer enchantment or something.
Probably. That's
Yeah,
probably
atomic.
easier than creating a helium pump, I'm not gonna lie. Well, actually, inside the Dwarven Confederacy, they've got this crack that they put a plug in and they hold it, they've got an entire balloon production facility there.
They have a monopoly on the helium trade. Oh shit!
But yeah, I'm just going as a levitation enchantment on it.
Cool. Well, I let go of it and it floats to the ceiling and then I get sad. Then I go to bed.
Alright, we'll head to a break then.
Slay.
Rocket.
Already breaking!
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah,
Let's
see,
rest.
because we're going to die in the next 2 hours.
Yeah, because
Die, that's a strong word. I haven't created an unbalanced encounter yet. All of them have been too easy so far.
this is true actually.
That means the next one has to go to the other extreme.
Oh, don't kill my wife.
That's up
Kill
to you.
someone,
You're in
kill
control.
someone, kill
Oh.
someone, kill someone. Just not us.
She hide.
Alrighty.
Say
Bill.
something.
Molly.
Kill someone.
Oh my god.
Jesus!
Oh!
Thank you and good night. We'll see you in the next part if you're on Twitch, and we'll see you in a day or two if you're on YouTube. Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses!